So your answer second is much closer. The South African government and the ANC government, with a lot of pressure from the BDS movement, and a lot of the Muslims in the ANC have pushed unbelievable pressure on a liberation movement that always, in every other conflict, didn't take a side and always showed every other conflict what they could do by bringing warring parties together and trying to help very difficult conflicts resolve itself. Unfortunately, in recent years, the government and the ANC has chosen a position to make all the blame game on the Jewish state and no blame game on the Palestinians. So we as the South African Jewish community are extremely upset. The South African Jewish Board of Deputies, the South African Zionist Federation have come out always against it, from where they try to downgrade the embassy, from where they trying to add their voice to boycotts, divestments and sanctions. We've always been against it. And the irony is the South African people are starting to realize that the ANC has bigger problems. It's losing power. It lost basically its majority in their local elections and will carry on losing power. So we do think this is a situation they're trying to deflect their downfalls. But there's no doubt they've become a very, very destructive force when it's come to trying to resolve the conflict and been very anti-Israel. I must say, in the South African Jewry, we live an amazing life. Anti-Semitism is very low. But it's not because of the ANC or the South African government being pro-Israel. It's in a sense that the South African government wants to defend its Jewish community, wants to help us, wants us to be a part of it. But we really do disagree extensively is their policy towards Israel and how they can make a difference in resolving the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
And so I want to ask, that this is a group, dozens of talented, intelligent, successful, ambitious women coming together for a contest. It is ultimately, though, it's a beauty pageant. It's a beauty pageant that brings together people from around the world. I mean, what do you make of the Ministry of Culture and Arts being so invested in trying to get the South African winner to boycott, to back out? I mean, what do you make of their involvement in this, kind of making it so political?
So we're extremely disappointed. I mean, I just had a debate. That's why I was actually late coming on with him. It's once again shown that the Ministry of Arts, Culture and Sports, I mean, our Apartheid Museum had to close over COVID. Some great heritage sites, our artists, our actors have gone through a horrific time over COVID. And he's more worried about this issue. It's an issue it's easy to worry about. We do believe it's quite bully tactics on the Miss South Africa, on her, because they can single her out. I mean, the Israeli tennis team played in the Davis Cup in South Africa in 2018, and there was no issue with the South African government. Then the South African national baseball team played the national team in the Israeli national baseball team. There was no issue there. But because it's a single woman, because it's an easy target, all of a sudden they have chosen on the pressure of BDS. This all comes down to your boycott, divestment, and sanctions. All comes down to your BDS movement, your anti-Israel and your anti-Semitic movements that are really trying everything to have different standards for the state, for the Jewish state compared to everywhere else. So we as a proud community, as leadership of our Jewish community and proud Zionists, as much as we love South Africa and we really want to support Miss South Africa being on the center stage in Israel, we're not going to take this lightly, and we will disagree heavily with our government and the ruling party.
Yeah, and somewhat also, Zev, I mean, your heart goes out to this woman, this Lalela Mswani, an educated, successful woman wanting just to represent the country proudly in this event. I mean, and so much pressure coming down on her unfairly, but just wanting to come to a lot.
100%. And I mean, she's just an unbelievable success story. It's the biggest event in the world. It's in Israel. I mean, Morocco's going. I mean, across the board's going. Other African countries are going. Muslim countries are going. And it should be the highlights. And we as South Africans should be all joining together to support her and wishing her well on it. We do believe she's been used as a political football for the ANC and the South African government to get big points, to try and get good money points with certain lobby groups in their organization.
Yeah.
And we totally disagree, and we really hope that she will stay strong and represent all South Africans, and that the Miss South Africa organization will also stay strong and let her represent her country in the Miss Universe in Eilat.
All right. Zev, thank you so much for being with us on I-24 News today. Great to have you on the program.
Thank you. Thanks so much.